We have two areas that we hunt, one close to our home and one in Evergreen, Alabama. You know, we go out there and we get in the shooting house and it's just a beautiful day. I just love that peace and relaxation, that opportunity I have by myself to pull my iPad out and read. My husband teases me about the deer walking through the plot or through the woods while I'm reading, but I've seen plenty of deer and I just read and look up, read and look up. So that gun's ready when that deer comes out in the plot.
The daughter of an Army officer, Peggy Nelson was born in Bussac, France. But her family was transferred back to the U.S., where Peggy would go through the typical uprooting that a military family endures.
Every 2 years we moved. So it was walking into a new classroom, whether it be 4th grade, 5th grade, 6th grade, and saying, hey, I'm the new kid, and just interacting with them. That was something that came natural to us growing up.
Eventually, her family settled down in the small community of Robertsdale, Alabama. After graduating from the local high school, Peggy attended college at Troy University, where she unintentionally found her career path.
My banking career started out as a part-time teller while I was in college and thought that that was just what it was going to be, was a part-time teller, but I continued to learn more and more about the banking industry and the financial world. So continued college, finished, and started out full-time as a teller, part-time teller, full-time teller. Moved up in the ranks as far as loan assistant that we had years ago, into a loan officer, into a branch manager, and today is my role as the consumer banking manager.
When she got out of school and went to work for the bank, you know, she became an exceptional CSR. She knew the people. She understood politeness and taking care of your customer base. And like I said, she's just a very outgoing type young lady.
Her 29-year experience in banking, coupled with her warm and caring nature, has given Peggy a solid platform to help motivate her associates, a management style that is evident to everyone around her.
I've really come to understand how valuable her entire career is to her current job as a consumer banking manager. And I think she brings that knowledge to her team in the coaching and developing that she does on a daily basis.
I understand what our tellers do on a daily basis. I've been there. I understand what our platform associates, what their expectations and our goals are. So it allows me to coach better. I put myself back in that position, and I think back about the coaches and the mentors that I had, which were great ones, and I want to instill that in my team as well.
We both are very passionate about our teams. We have to be a good coach, and I believe both of us strive to be the very best coach. We share best practices that have worked on her team, and I share best practices with them that have worked on our team, because our goal is for South Alabama to be the very best.
Across all 12 of her branches, she probably has 125, 150 associates. It's just amazing to go on visits with her, and she'll be talking to a teller about what's happening with their family, and then talk to a platform associate about the vacation they went on, and she's just able to remember all of those things and really get invested in the lives of the people in her branches.
She not only works with me and is my supervisor, but she works with me and she's my friend. And that's so important, to have somebody that can supervise you but can still be a friend and care about you.
She is also a valuable friend to the many people in her community.
Our county and where we live is actually a group of about 6 or 7 towns and about 10 different communities that are all within a 10-mile radius of this. And when you have someone such as Peggy Nelson, it's identity. She's identified with this community. She grew up here. She was a cheerleader at the high school. She was always active in sports. She was active in the different things. And so it adds value to it, particularly to those individuals who may not have lived here as long. And when Peggy starts telling the stories about the old high school games or how we did things in Rotary when we first got it started. And so it really does add that. And of course, she just is an example of service. Having raised a family, having been a very successful career woman, but yet finds that balance to still remain very active in civic.
She has a great reputation in our communities, particularly the Central Baldwin area. And so she's always been one of those people that you want to have on your board or a certain committee. She brings somewhat of a light humor to the board, which can be important, particularly when there's challenging situations to address. And she always thinks of herself, I think, often as more of an Indian than a chief.
Whether it's the American Red Cross or their chamber helping small businesses grow their business in our area, or the Rotary Club, raising money for an organization to help someone. It's a great feeling to have that I'm part of that, and I'm part of helping someone else.
But it's her family's involvement in the Making Memories Hunt, an event that combines her love of helping others with her passion for hunting, that has the biggest impact on Peggy.
To have volunteers like Peggy, Alan, and Dylan, it goes beyond what words can ever express in gratitude and being thankful for them, what they bring to the table. Alan is always walking around shaking people's hands and making them feel welcome. Dylan's right in the middle of it. Peggy's steady working on registration, so she's the first one to greet them when they get there.
It just puts a smile on your face to see these children out there that have never been in the woods before, and they may be in a wheelchair or walking with braces or affected with autism, and whether they come in with a deer or not, they come back in with smiles on their faces. It's just amazing. It's just the greatest feeling you could ever imagine.